Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ultimate Bucket List, and today I'm driving along Route 66. Actually, I'm stood in a car park droning, but you get the idea. Route 66, the Great American Highway. This road stretches over 2,000 miles across several states, and there's a lot of states that it goes through. This historic road opened up America to the west, and there's a lot of historic things to see along this stretch of road.
Now, admittedly, I'm only driving a small portion of it, mainly through Arizona, Nevada, and California, but so far I've seen some pretty cool stuff.
Now, my journey starts here in Kingman, Arizona, whereby there's plenty of cool things to see, starting with this, the Powerhouse Visitor Center. And right next to it, there's this rather cool locomotive, this rather ancient steam train, which you could actually still go inside, which is actually kind of awesome.
And the most interesting thing is that driving along it, you see a snapshot of American history with every state and every town that you drive through.
There's plenty of things to see everywhere along Route 66, and every business along the road won't hesitate to tell you that they're on this historic road. From 50s style diners to historic cars, all of which will plaster some kind of Route 66 logo, and there's plenty of places and things to take photos of. So if you do want that Instagram ready shot of something historic, there's plenty of it here on Route 66. But once you get bored of one town, it's time to get in the car and drive to another. So guys, I'm travelling on Route 66 and look at the scenery out there. I don't know if you can see it, but the scenery is pretty amazing. There's just one problem. Right now it's about 5:14 in the afternoon. I'm fighting against daylight to try and get to my next stop in Williams. I've just come out of Kingman. So what's it like driving on Route 66 through Arizona? Very scenic, very scenic. It's kind of like driving through Scotland, except a lot drier. And the drive around Arizona was going quite well, until this happened. Guys, I don't know if you can see this, but behind me, there's a police officer. I've just been nicked for speeding. So yeah, this is going to be a really expensive trip. Okay guys, back on the road. Boy, I have had a bad day. From losing the hard disk with all my travel footage on it, to this morning in Vegas, to the sat-nav almost killing me around the Hoover Dam, to the speeding ticket which I just got. He's an officer of the law, he's just doing his job, so I can't cuss him too much. But he could have cut me a break, man. So there's no chance of me making Williams before sunset, because obviously the sun is literally over there and it's setting pretty quickly. But yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Okay guys, I don't know where the hell I am. I turned off for what I thought was a Starbucks, and I'm outside a place called Arizona. Arizona, I'm not making it up. If you can see it, it's there. But guys, I don't know where the hell I am. The sat-nav has frozen and there is no cell phone signal, so I can't use the internet. So yeah, just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. It's cool. What's the worst that could happen? Oh shit, I'm in Arizona. Could be attacked by bears. So after spending an extremely rough night in a motel somewhere, I wake up in the town of Flagstaff. Now, determined to have a better day today, I decided to walk around the town, try and find some breakfast, and explore this rather 50s looking town. It's a kind of sleepy railway town that you kind of see on the TV and in the movies. And do you know what? I actually found that kind of cool. But nothing really has changed over the years. Be sure to visit the Flagstaff Visitor Center. This is where you can see the cool thing that's in the middle of the car park. And inside,
Well, there's not much there, but the staff there are very helpful. Be sure to check out the Museum Club, the famous music venue that's in Flagstaff. This is also home to the retro famous sign that you'll probably see in publications. But once you get bored of that, it's time to go back onto the road and onto the next place. Williams. Now, this is the place that I went to, or tried to go to, before I got nicked speeding. And you'll quickly realise that this, again, very historic, very retro, lots of neons and cool Americana, and Route 66 is kind of what defines this particular town. It's a cool town to walk around in, but they obviously tell you that you're on Route 66 and this place hasn't changed in years. But it's still kind of cool to walk around anyway. From the retro style motels to the retro style vehicles parked on the side of the road. Wait, are there people in there? Are they dead? No, wait, they're just mannequins. They're just mannequins, that's okay, that's okay. But yeah, cool vehicles. And check out this retro Dairy Queen. I've not seen that logo in years. Although everything inside it is pretty modern. Once you get bored of that, it's back on the road and, once again, on to the next place.
You also get given a passport. Yes, they give you passports so that you can actually check off what to see, and they even stamp it to kind of prove that you've actually been there. And this provides a fantastic keepsake if indeed you want to travel the entire length of Route 66.
Once you're going through this place, be sure to take a detour through the Mojave Desert. And I'll explain why now.
Guys, I'm stood here in the middle of the Mojave Desert. It's a big desert, what can I say? And it's surprisingly green for a desert. I thought it'd just kind of be like sand and rocks and that's about it, but no, it's pretty green. Just one problem. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I've not seen a car for a while now, so yeah, this is it's a fairly big place.
If you are driving through the Mojave Desert, I highly recommend stopping off at the Kelso Visitor Center. This is pretty much a stop-off point where you can see this rather creepy looking jail, and it'll give you a chance to have a rest, use the facilities, and take a look at their visitor center. The staff there are very helpful, albeit there's not really that much to do other than see natural beauty like this, which is still actually kind of cool. But once you've seen all that natural beauty, it's time to hop back into the car and go towards California. You'll eventually reach the town of Barstow. Now, this is a historic town that's along Route 66, and the best thing to do is actually go to Barstow Station, the former train station whereby they have boxcar McDonald's. Wait, is that an actual McDonald's inside? Holy crap, it is! Well, now it's time to stiff a burger in my face and look grouchy whilst doing so. Barstow is home to some of the coolest murals you'll ever find, and they're literally plastered all over the streets. Some are works of art, some are very elaborate, and some even belong in an art gallery. There's plenty of photo opportunities, especially here at El Rancho, the famous motel.
Don't be like me and try and drive the whole length of it and try and stop off as and when, because most of the time you will miss the attractions because, you know, you're on the road and you're traveling 40, 50 miles an hour. You know, you can't physically stop and turn that fast. So plan in advance, get a decent sat nav, and make sure that you see every point that you want to see.
So, if you carry on driving along the Californian part of Route 66, you'll eventually get to Santa Monica. Now, I actually made a video about Santa Monica Pier right here, but this is the end of the line.
So guys, this is it, the end of Route 66. I've not driven all of Route 66, of course. I only started in Arizona. But yeah, this is it. End of the line. 2,400 or so miles. Ends here in Santa Monica.
But overall, guys, if you are in the western part of the United States, I highly recommend driving on Route 66 one time in your life. Mainly for nostalgia, but partly because of the novelty.
Okay, Nin, I'm sold. What do I do? Well, it's a long road. There's a long bit of it. You could start at any point that you wish. It starts in Illinois, I think, and ends in LA. It doesn't really cost you anything to drive along Route 66, but obviously if you want to see some attractions along the way, that's going to cost you a bit of money. And if you get a map or a guidebook, you can find these online, or you can go to one of the visitor centres. This will tell you the most interesting bits to see. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed my short footage of Route 66 and hopefully inspire you to drive along the same road. If you do like this video and you want to give me a comment, feel free to comment on the comment section below. And if you've got any other ideas for bucket list ideas, things to do before you die, tweet them at me. And if I get enough suggestions, I'll be more than happy to go ahead and try and do that. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully I'm not as squinty because the sunlight is really blinding me.
Boy, when you're a guy operating on a budget and you're scrimping and scraping every penny, that hurts. $130 might not seem like a lot of money to a lot of you, but that really hurts. So I wonder if I can get a good price on kidneys when I get home.